Hola, witches.
Hello, hello.
Well, this is Tarot and the Deviants, and this is a day in the life of the Empress. And we are going to have a lot of fun today. We're going to be talking about the Empress, and we're going to be sharing some pictures, y'all, like some really wonderful pictures. Look at these cards. Aren't they pretty?
So pretty.
So, a day in the life of the Empress. All right, so let's say it's morning. We wake up, we're experiencing that morning feel. How does the Empress interact in the morning? What are we doing as the day begins?
Whenever I see the Empress, she's usually a pregnant lady, so I can't help but feel like she probably is not wanting to get a pregnant ass out of bed. So, she may be a little lethargic, but glad. That abundance, that pregnancy glow, that beauty, that of giving birth to another child, of what am I trying to say here? Of creating life. That's the phrase I was actually looking for.
Recreation.
So you have that creation, and mornings honestly are the time of the Empress. That is when new beginnings, sun is coming up, birthing a new day. So I would say that as the Empress, you would be a morning person. You know, and obviously I am not the Empress because I am not a morning person, but you would be a morning person, just one of those people that you kind of want to punch in the face because they're just la da da, it's morning and everyone's happy. I'm gonna sing and make breakfast and go out on the deck and meditate and just bathe in that morning glow and just look at this beautiful new day. We have just given birth to a new day. It is a new beginning, and every morning is glorious. And I'm not that person, but if I was the Empress, that is the person that I would be in the morning.
Right, right. Absolutely, I agree. And because she's so she's so fertile. She has like creative essence flowing through her. She's like the prime, those individuals, the women who are pregnant and they can be like close to giving birth and they're like super fucking happy, they're super peppy, they're like super excited, they're glowing, they've glowed throughout whatever throughout their entire pregnancy. They're like super like excited. I'm excited to be here. I have this energy. I'm ready to look at this thing. Look at this creation. Look at this baby in me. Like it's just I have life in me. I have all this creative process, this energy, and I'm having positive experience. This is super fun. That's to me the Empress. Like she has all of this energy. She has all of this creative essence, this flow, this energy to give and to offer. And so when she wakes up, as we wake up, she's just like, I have so much to offer the world. I have so much to really create and initiate into my experience today. There's a lot of growth to be had. There is a lot of movement. We are going to be accomplishing so much today. I have the power to create. I have the power to give a life, to give birth. I'm going to inspire people today. I'm going to, inspire the world. Those fucking Disney movies, the bitches get up and they're like, the birds are singing, the trees are fucking dancing. It's that experience. And that's kind of what she offers. She is the embodiment of birth, of creation, of life.
Yes.
So as we let's say what kind of food, as we prepare for the day, we're gonna have breakfast. We're going through that process. How do we get ready for our day, and like what sort of breakfast do we have? What are we gonna incorporate into our daily Empress diets?
Well, being a pregnant lady, being very conscious of what one puts in their body, because you are creative. You're giving birth to a creative process. Even if it's not actual physical pregnancy, but just carrying around these creative ideas that you're wanting to give birth to, you're going to be very conscious of what you put in your body. So that means no coffee, which means I could never be the empress. But, caffeine, not good for babies, so no coffee. No, but something that gives you energy. So I would say, juicing. Throw some beets in there. So throw some, strawberries, and just like you want that really embrace that flow. And to me, whenever I think of flow, I think of blood flowing, and something that gets your heart pumping. So I think she would be very conscientious of putting and eating things in the morning to give her a lot of energy, and to make sure that everything is moving smoothly. So, maybe a high fiber diet. And a very complete diet. She's going to eat a lot of carbs in the morning, and it won't as much as she may want it to be just a huge meal. I don't think it would be. It would be just the right amount for her, just the right amount to make sure that she is going to be productive, but not so much to make you feel heavy and weighed down, because that's counterproductive. So to me, it'd be like light foods, but good foods, and plenty of foods, lots of fruits, lots of maybe some protein, probably not eggs necessarily, but some kind of protein, toast, as far as carbs goes, thing like that, like whole wheat toast or sourdough. Ooh, sourdough sounds good. Sourdough toast, and things like that that are healthy, that keep her going, that keep her blood pumping. Maybe spicy, some spicy foods, sort of get that blood flow up and about.
Yeah.
So yes, that's what I think would, that to me says Empress. That says creativity and flow and energy.
Yeah. I think so. As she prepares for the day, she's just super into herself, into preparing for the environment that she's going to step into. She's super invested into the way she comes across. Sometimes she will wear a lot of makeup. Sometimes she'll, wear minimal makeup. She is very insistent on how she appears and creates an experience for people. So as she prepares her breakfast, as we get ready in the morning, she prepares her meals, her snacks or whatever, depending on the creative process. If you're giving birth to a child, then obviously you're going to be preparing, the foods like Melissa, expressed. If you're preparing for like a book, if you have that process initiating, and you are preparing to give birth to a book, a writing project, something like that, then you will be eating foods that will help stimulate that process. I really feel like the Empress eats a little more vegetarian, a little more on a lot more veggies, fruits, a little whole grains, some meat, some cheese, but just not a lot. Her dominant intake is going to be fruits, veggies, and stuff that's going to feed her soul and feed her spirit in order to really feel a part of the process. She's going to eat at breakfast time things that aren't going to weigh her down. So, but she might have like a bagel. She might have a bagel with a little bit of cream cheese and, an apple, some strawberries. She likes luxury. She likes choices. So she's going to not have just one thing. She's going to have her options. And it's almost like she likes to graze. She's going to have a little bit of everything. And it's going to stimulate her for the next few hours. So definitely she enjoys to have options. She enjoys eating things that are going to, fuel her, you know, the right types of carbs to really fuel her, give her the energy, but also the right types of items, the foods to inspire her and to feed her spirit. Nothing that's going to weigh her down or make her feel lethargic. So we have that. We get ready for our day. We've had breakfast and we're stepping into the next few hours. We're preparing for work. You know, what kind of work? What does the Empress prepare for? What is she getting herself into? Or as a student, what does the Empress, you know, how does she act as a student? Let's talk about the next few hours of the day.
Oh yes. Well, you know, the Empress is creative. This is her purpose. You know, not only is she creative, but she helps with bringing about the most in something. You know, she's about abundance and growth and starting new. So as a student, I would see her in exploring different avenues. She would be one of those undecided students
Mm.
because new experiences are important and growth is important. So absorbing as much knowledge in as many areas as she can would be important to her. You know, as far as work goes, I could see her being someone you go to as like a job consultant to help place you where you can grow and receive the most. You know, working at a place like the unemployment office or human resources or something like that, where you would approach her and like, you know, I don't have a job, I'm really down on my luck right now, and she would be the eternal mothering type. You know, okay, well, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Let's focus on that. I can place you exactly where you need to be, where you can grow. You can start something new, and you can grow, and all this abundance is going to come to you because I understand you on a very mother-child relationship, and I want to see you grow, and I want to nurture you and make sure you get where you're going. So to me, that's the type of person she would be, a counselor, a high school counselor, or like I said, you know, in some sort of profession where she can help place you in a job that is best suited for you or lead you in the right career, you know, lead you to the right career. She could even work at a college as a supervisor, you know, a student supervisor. Yeah. So, and help you put you where you need to go.
Yeah.
So that to me would be something she would excel at.
Absolutely, you know, and the first thing that, you know, came to my mind is like a financial aid counselor or, you know, someone who's in financial aid because the Empress can also be about money, about like the physical growth, about, you know, gaining footing in education and schooling and you know, what's going to, you know, stimulate the fertile mind and, you know, all of that. So she could definitely be there to counsel and help people grow. She has as a financial aid counselor, she would have the opportunity to know what is necessary to get these individuals, these students, the money and the insight and everything that they need to be fitted where they're going. So that's perfect for that. You can see where, as a student, she, again, yes, undecided, but something that's going to be very artsy, something that's going to be very, it's going to stimulate her where she can be very creative, where she has options and she can kind of flow. She likes to be in control. She is the Empress. So she likes to have a certain amount of control, but she allows a fluid nature to take place. She allows the fluid nature of creation to flow through her. So everything that she does, while she likes to be in control, she also can submit enough to allow things to be, to give them enough space to promote growth. So she's definitely some sort of like art student, or she's some sort of creative student, someone that can really help where she is, even in psychology. You know, someone who can, you know, help the mind grow, someone who can understand the mind and help with expanding and growth and healing. You can see where, again, like Melissa said, she is like the eternal mother. She has that mothering effect where she wants to help you grow, but she will also give you tough love. She will stand back and allow you to make your own choices and experiences. So she has to be doing something like that, whether it be work or as a student. She is constantly engaging with a creative flow. She's constantly giving of herself. So she might be leading a team where she can delegate different tasks, and she's like, okay, here's this, do this, and she ties everything together. She's able to come together, come forth and put together all of these little pieces that she has had people work on.
Yes.
So yeah, the Empress is great at that. She is great at birthing new projects. So that's a good person that you want on your team, who because that's her experience, that's her specialty. She is great at multitasking, at creating, at giving birth to things. So let's see, work day. Okay, as we progress through the day, work's over, we're having fun, we're coming home, we're getting ready for the night. What do we do after work? What's our experience like after our work life?
I think she would really step into her creative self, for her own self, not just for everyone else. She spent the entire day being creative for other people and sharing her ideas, and she enjoys that. But now it's time for, let's create for me. As much as, she is, she's already kind of on the top, but just because she's royalty, she's an empress. But that doesn't mean she still doesn't want for herself.
Right.
So I would see her coming home and stepping into the art studio, or stepping into her, library so she can sit down at her laptop and finish her novel, or, sitting down at the pottery wheel and creating something, just as an outlet to relieve herself of all this creative flow, and put it into something for herself. And enjoying that, and really getting into it. She would be one of those people you would have to remind her to eat, because she's so involved into that creative process, especially whenever it's herself.
Right.
So she could get lost in that. I don't see anything that she does not being productive. She's not the type to sit down and just read for hours and hours and hours. Not that she doesn't enjoy reading, she does, but she wants to be doing. She wants to be moving. She wants her hands in something.
She needs to be stimulated.
Yes.
I mean...
So, yeah, in all kinds of ways.
Right.
So she's, really focusing on expunging some of this creative flow so she can settle down for the night. When she's not able to really get that out of herself, it's hard for her to sleep.
Right. The interesting thing about the Empress card is, like, as she progresses through the day, all of these things that she experiences, all the energy, the creative energy, she feeds off of it.
Right.
So
right.
If you think about the Empress and her pregnant belly, normally, all of these things that she engages with, it fills that space. It's not, so all of that energy, it fills her. So she has that creative force. So she feeds off of that. And so at the end of the day, she needs, like you said, she needs to release. She needs to utilize that, and she transforms energy. She transmutes it. She takes it, all this inspiration, all the stuff that she was given during the day, and she makes use of it. She channels it into like a creative force. I'm going to point over here, but let's do this. Okay, so in the Empress card of, Tarot of Sexual Magic, she is very sensual. She is, very confident. She's very in her own power, and she's ready to release. She's ready to command. She's ready to have an experience, and she's waiting for that. She is like about to pounce because she needs to release that energy. And you can see where as she comes home, she's ready to be in her own domain. She's ready to stop living for others, or stop, playing her part for others and really take care of herself. So as she comes home, as she enters her home and she prepares for the night, she's about self-indulgence. She's about self-love, creativity, whatever's going to help to really ground herself within herself, like to really fine-tune her own personal energy. So she's not projecting it. She's now inward. She's now going within, and she's experiencing all of these things in order to promote her own creative flow. And so she does. She comes home. She has a glass of wine. She writes. She creates. She does craft projects. She does something that's going to, really help her channel the energy she's gained from the day and put it into a project that's going to help, that others are going to benefit from by witnessing.
Right. Yes.
So, she's awesome. And let's say as we prepare for, dinner and then sleep, what kinds of food and things does the Empress like at dinner time? And then what does she do to prepare for slumber?
Well, she's fed on energy and all this creative energy all day, so I don't see her eating very heavily at night. Like I said, she's kind of one of those people you have to remind to eat. So if she does eat, it's going to be something light, pretzels and maybe like a veggie tray, some vegetables and stuff like that. It's not going to be super heavy because she's eating all day, whether it's physical or just energy-wise. She's eating all day long. So I think the grazing kind of process would continue on into the evening, and she would, as the daylight kind of wanes, that's her energy drops. She's all about the beginning. She's not so much about the end. Even though the creative process is a cycle, by the time the day is wound down and she's had whatever she's going to eat, as far as dinner goes, it's time for slumber. It's time for bed. And I think she's one of those people that's going to kind of be like, okay, I may wash my face today, but honestly, I just want to be in bed. My focus is bed now, especially now that I've expunged all this creative energy, and my house is might be kind of crazy, but I'm the Empress, and that's what handmaidens and stuff are for. So she's just going to be ready. I'm going to go to bed. I want to snuggle down in and really rejuvenate from all of this energy and all this creativity and all the things I've been doing. So sleep is super important to me. I need to lay down and really just kind of be out. Heavy-duty sleeper that goes to bed early, like most morning people.
Right.
So she's no nonsense, done with dinner, done with creativity, it's time for bed. Let me brush my teeth real quick, and I'm getting in bed. And I think she'd be one of those people, she would need to be comfortable to sleep. Take off these work clothes, take off my paint clothes, because there's paint all over them, and I want my sweatpants that I've had for 10 years because they're really broke in now. And my comfortable, super soft, fine spun cotton shirt that is broke in and just super comfortable. That's what I want to wear, sleep in, because I want to be comfortable.
Right.
And really into, it's time to sleep now. And she's one of those people, as soon as her head hits the pillow, bam, out. I'm done. I'm ready. Time for sleepy.
Yeah, I agree. I think the biggest meal of the day for the Empress would be lunch. Other than that, like at night, again, it's like the same thing as her morning. She likes to eat light. She'll have a snack. She'll graze a little bit of fruit, veggies, maybe some wine, some cheese, a little bit of crackers, maybe. But not a lot. She eats to fuel her the next few hours. So she knows she's gonna sleep. So she doesn't want anything too heavy because she does not want to be up late. She's gonna go to sleep to recharge. and she enjoys luxury. So she will make sure that she maybe has a bath with some candles, and she'll like soak in some like lavender, and have that calming effect. Listen to a little bit of music, maybe some Lorena McKenna, and have a little bit of incense lit, but have that like ritual experience of that very spa night before she goes to bed. And she will have that. She'll do that. She likes to eat light at night, and then she likes to have a little experience that's gonna be a little luxurious to prepare for bed, and then she goes to sleep early. It's very simple, but it means a lot to her. She's not a night owl. Definitely not a night owl.
Right. Exactly.
So that is the Empress. A little bit about the Empress. Major card. So she has a big energy, big events. She's about growth. She can be about love, fertile nature, the fertility process, creation. She is about co-creating.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And you can see, we have the different cards that express her. The Empress is very unique, and she offers so much. She is the mother. She's great, and she is fun. She is the fertile process. She is a creative process that helps us take our life, our thoughts to the next level. She
Yeah.
is what helps us to engage and act upon. She makes us take that next step.
Yes, definitely.
But Jess. All right, then, y'all. That is a day in the life of the Empress. If you would like to expand on this, if you would like to do your own video response, blog response, or just comment in the comment section below, please go right ahead, do so. We would love to hear and see what you have to offer. But that is the Empress. We hope you enjoy, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.
Bye.